Trichloroethylene, PD, and your rights to Social Security disability benefits. A recent study by the University of Rochester has drawn a causal relationship between exposure to TCE and the development of Parkinson's disease, PD. Now, you may have come into contact with this in your workplace, if you worked in a dry cleaning facility, or if you've been engaged in metal degreasing. But you also could be exposed to it because it can leach into the soil, it can go into water, and it can be in the environment here. It really doesn't matter ultimately what the reason your exposure is, or what that exposure was, or how you came to have PD. That's not the issue for Social Security. For Social Security, if you have to establish at step 3 that potentially you meet a listing, and if you don't meet a listing at step 3, we go on to steps 4 and 5. At step 4, you have to show that you're unable to do the lightest and simplest job you held in the 15 years before you became disabled. And at step 5, you have to show that you can't do any other work in the mythical, not real world national economy in view of your age, education, the skills that you have learned, and those are called transferable skills, and whatever your restrictions and limitations might be. So your medical records should be discussing the diagnosis, but more importantly, should be discussing the disabling medical symptoms that you have, with examples of how those symptoms impact your functionality. Better yet, you should have your physician complete what's called a PD residual functional capacity form that will quantify the nature of your physical, cognitive, and even psychological restrictions and limitations. Now, your doctor may not be aware of those forms. We Social Security disability lawyers use these forms, and it's important that your claim be supplemented not only with winning medical records documenting your symptoms and functionality, but this PD residual functional capacity form. If you have any questions about your rights to Social Security disability benefits for PD, give me a call at 727-894-3188. I can help you get the Social Security disability benefits you deserve. 727-894-3188.